thinking outrageous or bold and beautiful? We are following a big debate this week brewing at a local high school. It has everything to do with this student's hair. We know hairstyles, especially for high schoolers, can make a statement.
But as our Lenitra Bennett is learning, one teen says she's now in trouble for causing a distraction.
This is the day that started it all. 17-year-old Genesis Johnson found herself in trouble because of all things, her hair.
She said that my hair needs to be fixed. It was not neat and needs to be put in a style, and my hair is fixed.
Genesis is in the 11th grade at North Florida Christian and has been wearing her hair in an afro on and off since the 7th grade, donning the fro consistently for the past 7 months. She never had a problem until about 2 weeks ago. That's when she says one of her teachers confronted her in front of the class. 2 days later, it was an administrator.
She said, "Your hair is extreme and faddish and out of control."
NFC is a private school. Genesis says she was told her hair was against school rules.
It hurts me for my people behind me, the younger ones. They're gonna have hair like me. Why can't they wear their natural hair?
You might say that it didn't fit the handbook, but what she heard is a woman telling her that she's not pretty. Her hair does not fit society.
Genesis says she was told her big hair was a distraction in class.
In every class, I sit in the back, so it won't cause a distraction.
Now there are more questions for this family as they decide how to move forward while instilling confidence in their daughter.
I wanted to counteract and let her know that you are so beautiful. Your hair is also.
We found a copy of the North Florida Christian School Student Handbook. Page 22, it reads, "No faddish or extreme hairstyles, and hair should be neat and clean at all times. The administration will make the decision on any questionable styles." Genesis' mother says they were told the teen could finish this last week of the school year, but if she didn't change her hair, the school would give them a refund for next semester. I spoke to the assistant principal to learn more. She tells me no comment. Back to you.
All right, Lenitra, and thankfully we were able to find the student handbook and share this debate today.
What's good, fam? This is Mr. Sycamore here. Thank you for taking time out to come on my channel, Mr. Sycamore. We're going to talk about WIT today, what I think. Today, we're going to talk about problems that these schools are having with these young black girls' hair in this country. I say young black girls because that's what the story is all about. You saw the video earlier. It's a video of a young lady that goes to school here in Tallahassee, Florida. You heard them say what the school was called. I don't have to call out the school's name or anything like that, but this young lady clearly stated in her video that she had been wearing her hair like that on and off since the 7th grade. She is now 17 years old. She's a junior. School is about to let out here in this county, Leon County. I don't know if they're out yet. I don't know. But she had been doing this since 7th grade. She's now a junior. And now all of a sudden it's a problem. Now, I'm going to read something that I got from another incident that just happened not too long ago. Massachusetts charter school accused of sending black students to detention for wearing braids. Students have been suspended, banned from prom, and kicked off after school sports for their preferred hairstyle. Alright. A Massachusetts charter school under fire for sending black and biracial students to detention for wearing braids. Parents at Mystic Valley Regional Charter School are complaining that their children are being unfairly targeted, sent to detention, and even denied entry to prom for their preferred hairstyle. Colin Cook, whose twin 15-year-old daughters, Deanna and Maya, told the newspaper that daughters refuse to remove their braids, and because of that, they have served an hour of detention before school starts each day and nearly an hour afterward. They have also been kicked out of school. They have also been kicked out of after-school sports. They teach them at a very high academic level, and I appreciate that. And that's why they go to school, Cook said. But unfortunately, they don't have any sensitivity to diversity at all. Cook isn't alone in her complaints. 2 other mothers admit that their children have been racially profiled at school as well. In addition, parents claim that the recent weeks, up to the 20 African American female students have been pulled out of class and asked if their hair was real. Let me read that part one more time. I just want you all to hear the number. In addition, parents claim that in recent weeks, up to 20 African American female students have been pulled out of class and asked, "Is that your real hair?" One student, Lauren Cunyato, 15, was even suspended, the Globe noted. It's discrimination, and at Namudu, Lauren's mother told the newspaper, "I see white kids with colored hair, and you're not supposed to color your hair, and they walk around like it's nothing." She added, "My daughter's a good student, never gets in trouble. Lauren was having difficulty in mathematics, but they should be helping her out instead of putting her in detention." According to U.S. News and World Report, more than 40% of students in school are people of color, including 17% who are black. Not surprisingly, the school defends their anti-blackness by stressing that hair rules are meant to promote education rather than style, fashion, and materialism. One important reason for our students' success is that we purposefully promote equity by focusing on what unites our students and reducing visible gaps between those of different means. Our policies include those governing student appearances and attire, foster a culture that emphasizes education rather than style, fashion, or materialism. Mystic Valley Regional Charter School issued a statement to the Globe. They added, "Our policy on hair extensions, which tend to be very expensive, is consistent with and a part of the educational environment that we believe is so important to our students' success." But parents aren't buying the school's explanation. They are clear. Not only are these problematic policies racist, but they also humiliate black students. In the meantime, Cook is not taking the issue laying down. She has contacted both the NAACP and the state's Anti-Defamation League asking for help. This is 2017. Our girls should not be harshly disciplined for the hairstyles we choose to wear. Now, I was just talking about the young lady who is going to be kicked out of school next school year if she comes in wanting to wear her afro. So her hair not being done, it just sitting out as an afro is unacceptable. You need to do something with your hair. You can't just have it sitting out. Now, flip side, this story, these young ladies, up to 20, at this school in Massachusetts, they don't have the afros. They have their hair in braids, something done to it. And they're getting harshness from the school as well. These schools are deeming what they feel is acceptable with the black students and their hair. Now, I'm going to go back with one more story, and then I'm going to come back and tell you what I think. Now this story is from 2014, but it is another story. A Florida school threatens to expel student over natural hair. A Florida school has threatened a 12-year-old Vanessa Van Dyke with expulsion for not cutting her natural hair. Van Dyke told a local Orlando station that she was given a week to decide whether or not she will cut her hair or leave Faith Christian Academy, a private school in Orlando she has attended since the 3rd grade. Now, I'm not going to go too deep into this story. Like I said, it's 2014 when this incident happened. But I just wanted to get it out in the beginning that she was wearing her hair as an afro as well, in a natural style. But this school says she had to cut it. You got to cut it. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for me to tell you what Mr. Sycamore thinks. For one, I think it's a slap in the face. You're going to tell people that they can't wear their hair a certain way. That's not offensive. Now, you can say Mr. Sycamore was offensive, just like the school they deemed was offensive. Black women, African American women, have grown up with natural hair. That's something that has been coming back. A lot of ladies I see with the natural hair, they're embracing their natural hair. They're leaving the chemicals out of their hair. They're letting it grow. They're keeping the perms out. They're doing what they want to do with the natural hair. They're embracing the culture. I don't see a problem with it. But we're going to stick to the task at hand, these schools and these hairstyles. One school says you can't have the afro, put it in a style. But yet and still, if I put it in a style, what style is that I should put it in, master? Because if I get the braids, which a lot of African American women like, and not only African American women, then I get suspended from that. I get kicked out of proms for that. Now, you want to say that it's not racist. It's not a racial thing. But yet and still, the young lady from the first school with the video that you saw, she is sitting in the back of the classroom not to bother anybody, not to be in front of anybody, not to let her natural, all obnoxious hairstyle be in front of anyone's face and that they can't see the teacher. And not only that, the teacher called these students out in front of people. As the young folks say, where they do that at? You're supposed to be professional. That's what the school is, a professional setting. You could have called the kids out in the hallway, up to your desk, anything. The first teacher with the video, a young lady here in Tallahassee, she asked, how long you gonna rock that style? How long you gonna rock that style? Well, it seems she had been rocking that style since 7th grade. But all of a sudden, there's a problem in the school, and her hair ain't right. The young ladies with braids. Now that's a style. But no, we're gonna put you in suspension. The other young lady, she has an afro, and she's not even told that she can put it in a style. She's told she has to cut it. All black girls at these charter and Christian academy schools, these private schools. But now, there was some white kids in these schools who had their hair colored, which, by the way the stories go, is deemed offensive or prohibited. The children are not mohawks, dreads, colored hair, but the young white kids could walk around with the colored hair and it's no problem. But you see, it's not a racial thing. I hear you. I'm going to end by saying this. White women have their hair in afros. White women try to have their hair natural. Their hair is different. It's textured different, but they try to have their hair natural. White women wear wigs. White women wear extensions. But every time we turn around, it's these black kids who are getting called out in front of people, embarrassed, kicked out, because they have decided to look nice. A lot of people that aren't black, and even some blacks, don't understand the culture. These people just want to look nice. I do get some of these hairstyles are off the chain, but the ones that they have presented here, the afro, the braids, I don't see a problem with it. Some of you may. And I have no problem with what you think. But to sit and think and say that it's not a racial thing about these kids who have braids, or especially the afro, and you want to get a problem about an afro, change it or you can't come back to school, cut it or you can't come back to school, that's ridiculous. I dare to say another word, but I'm not going to say it. This is Mr. Sycamore, and this has been another episode of WIT, What I Think. Hit that subscribe button, become a subscriber of Mr. Sycamore. Until the next video, I'm out.